In typical Trump fashion, the outgoing president announced in a series of tweets on December 10th that not only has the US brokered a deal between Morocco and Israel, but the world superpower now recognizes Morocco's sovereignty over the disputed Western Sahara territory. Morocco is not planning to open embassy in Israel, but rather open liaison offices, nor will it establish full diplomatic relations. Within a day of Trump's announcement, his administration notified Congress about a potential $1 billion arms sale to Morocco, a similar move to the one the administration made to the United Arab Emirates following its normalization with Israel. The deal has been criticized from various actors and angles, including for the United States' unprecedented move to formally recognize Morocco's claim over Western Sahara. Western Sahara is a disputed territory in the northwest Maghreb region of Africa. It was occupied by Spain until 1975 when it was handed over to joint Morocco-Mauritania administration. A war soon erupted between Mauritania and Morocco and a Sahrawi nationalist movement referred to as the Polisario Front, which established a government exile in Tindouf, Algeria. Mauritania withdrew its claim over the disputed territory in 1979. Western Sahara has been on the United Nations list of non-self-governing territories since 1963. Home to less than 1 million people, Western Sahara is rich in valuable natural resources, including fish-rich Atlantic waters, phosphates, and potential oil reserves. A UN-sponsored ceasefire agreement was brokered in 1991, which gave Morocco control over 3/4 of Western Sahara. The rest is run by the Polisario Front, which continues to demand the promised UN-backed referendum. There was an uneasy but stable status quo in Western Sahara for nearly 3 decades. However, the UN-backed political process has now stalled, and the UN envoy post has been vacant for over a year. Last month, a 1991 ceasefire collapsed after Morocco sent troops into a UN-patrolled buffer zone to reopen the road to Mauritania, which had been blocked by a group of separatists. Until this past week, no other UN member state had ever officially recognized Morocco's claim to sovereignty over disputed Western Sahara. The announcement makes Morocco the 4th Arab country to unveil plans to normalize ties with Israel through a US brokered deal, leaving many to wonder whether the incoming Biden administration will try to reverse course.
I doubt Biden administration will reverse any of Trump administration's decisions regarding the issue of Palestine and Israeli conflict. This is because I think largely what Trump administration did over the course of the last 4 years has largely been the officialization of a long-standing existing policy that the American government has had. Israeli government has been occupying Golan Heights for many years, and American government they have not supported it officially, but they have continued their financial support, they have continued their military support, and so therefore I don't think Trump's foreign policy was an aberration. I think his foreign policy, just like many of his policies domestically, was in line with was pretty much the same as the policies that his predecessors had. He was just somewhat more aggressive about it. So that's why I don't think Biden administration will reverse any of his decisions. In fact, regarding the issue of Israel, I think they will be glad that somebody got the dirty work done for them in many ways, and they'll be able to say, "Oh, see, he has already recognized Jerusalem as a capital. We are not going to reverse that because that way we will offend and antagonize Israeli government or Israeli lobby." So I think it would be largely, in his policies would be largely intact. They may not be as fast as him in pushing through all the normalization deals and all that, but I think they won't reverse anything.